Hello student, good morning. The third plant in the floriculture cultivation, that is the marigold. Generally it is called as locally zendu. What are about all things in the marigold? Just I discuss all these things in the rose and gerbera cultivation. Same as that of the marigold uh, plant cultivation is important for your study in the floriculture. In India, marigold is most important plant and gives continuous flowering year after year and throughout the years. So this is one of the most commonly grown all over the India by the farmers, the private sector as well as common farmers are also practiced the cultivation of the marigold, and it is used extensively on the religious occasions, social functions in the different forms. That is why the decoration purpose of this marigold plant is most important, and that is why the market value is also increased for this ease cultivation purpose, wide adaptation in the various climatic conditions, wide adaptation in the soil structure. That is why marigolds have been becomes one of the popular flowers in our India and also even abroad. Flowers are sold in the market either in the loose form or as a different types of the articles like garlands, etc., etc. And due to its variable height and colors of the marigold, especially used for decoration purpose, and includes the different preparations of the landscape decoration. This is most important. What are these varieties? There are about 33 species in India, and out of these only two plants are most important for the cultivation, and these species are African species and another one is French species. A particularly African species called as the African marigold and named as the Tagetes erecta, and another one is Tagetes patula. Particularly this Tagetes patula is nothing but a zendu plant in our area. What are the origin? Origin African marigold in Mexico, while French marigold in Mexico and South America. Both have deeply cut foliage with the characteristics of the odor is the most important. The African marigold, that is the Tagetes erecta, is generally tall up to 90 centimeter with large sized double globular flower heads having lemon yellow, golden yellow, most important orange and bright yellow colors. Varieties are available. There are also dwarf varieties present in this case, about 20 to 30 centimeter having double flowers. And these are the some important varieties I named in this case. I had done to describe and repeat again and again. Second most is French variety, Tagetes patula. Morphologically, the plant is herbaceous, a very dark and mostly early flowering and compact flowering is most important things with dainty single or double blooms and born freely and almost covering the entire plants. And that is why such Tagetes patula plant is widely cultivated by Indian farmers. The colors of the flowers are very widely from yellow, orange and golden. This is most important. But rusty red and deep scarlet red colors and their combinations are also important for marketing. These are some varieties popularly cultivated in our area. Cultivation. What are the requirements? Soil and climate. As far as soil and climate has been concerned, marigolds are hardy and can be successfully grown in different types of the soils and climates. It can be successfully cultivated as on a wide variety of the soil. French marigold also grows best in light soil, while the African marigold requires a rich, well manured and moist soil. This is most important. However, soil is deeply fertile, breathable, having good water holding capacity, well drained and near neutral in reaction, that is the pH is 7 to 7.5 is the most desirable and acceptable. They can grow almost all seasons except very cold weather. Because of it is susceptible to the frost and plants may be dying. But as Indian climate has been concerned, most of the states has to be cultivated throughout the year. What are the plantations? There are two common methods for propagation of the marigold, by the seeds and by the cuttings methods. But majority of the cases in our area and the in Indian farmers have been practiced the seeds. Seed rates 1.5 kilogram for rising seedlings for 1 hectare, and seeds can be sown in lines or broadcast methods. Seeds are neat to cover with light, soil and sand. It is most important. Nursery beds has to be prepared. What are these nursery beds? Before this plantation, the nursery beds has to be provided. The seedlings about 3 into 1 meter size nursery beds are prepared with the 10 kilograms of well-rotten format manure has to be added for continuous growth and provide nutrients to the plants. Nursery bed should be kept moist by watering time to time. It is the sowing time. There are 3 periods in India in rainy season. It starts at the end of June or first week of July and then transplanted in first week of August. While in winter varieties started to mid-September, Madhyavarti, and transplanted in mid-October. Summer variety first week of January, transplanted in the first week of February in greenhouse. What are the manures and fertilizers are used? NPK, 200, 100, 100 proportions applied to get highest flower yield. And another thing is, after that, some days 1 NPK per kilogram per hectare at the time of land preparation has to be used, and remaining are the fertilizers continuously use only nitrogen. Irrigation facility is provide most important things in marigold cultivation. It takes about 55 to 60 days to complete vegetative growth and to enter the reproductive phase. At vegetative and flowering period, sufficient amount of moisture in the soil must be essential. This is an important point. की एकदा प्लांट कल्टिवेट केलं की ते कंटिन्युअसली मॉइस्ट राहते का नाही हे पाहणं आपलं काम आहे. अँड व्हॉट आर द इम्पॉर्टन्स, प्रत्येक वेळेला सॉईल टेस्टिंग केली पाहिजे. आणि हे सॉईल टेस्टिंगनुसार काय कमी पडते खाद्यात, मायक्रोन्यूट्रिएंट कुठले कमी आहेत, इतर न्यूट्रिएंट कमी आहेत, ते न्यूट्रिएंट ॲड केले पाहिजेत. दिस इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट. पिंचिंग ऑफ द प्लांट इज ऑल्सो इसेन्शियल. The shoot is pinched to make the plants bushy and compact. Pinching the plants 40 days after transplanting enable the plants to yield more flowers. If the terminal portion shoot to remove the early emergence of the side branches start earlier and gives more number of the lateral branches and lateral flowers, was good quality and uniform in size. This is the most important. म्हणजे ज्या वेळेला कल्टिवेशन आपण करत असतो त्यावेळेला काय कल्टिवेट करत असताना नेमकं काळजी घ्यायची आहे हे बघायचं आहे. पिंचिंग म्हणजे शेंडे काढले पाहिजेत की जेणेकरून बाजूचे लॅटरल ब्रँच वाढून लॅटरल बर्ड्स जे आहे ते सॉलिटरी फॉर्ममध्ये पुन्हा फ्लावरिंगमध्ये येऊन फ्लावर्स त्याला चांगले यावे. मग हार्वेस्टिंग कधी करायचं? मेरीगोल्ड शुड बी प्लक्ड, तोडायचं असतं इथं प्लक्ड व्हेन दे अटेन ए फुल साईज. depending upon the variety. It should be done cool hours of the day, that either in the morning or evening. Fields should be irrigated before plucking. The productivity of the plant is increased considerably by regular plucking of the flowers. बऱ्याच वेळेला शेतकरी काय करत असतो की आले गिरायक म्हणून एकदमच कट करून द्यायचं, तसं नाही, पिरियडिकली केलं पाहिजे. काही प्लॉट हे करत असताना ठराविक अंतरानंतर, ठराविक दिवसानंतर काढणी त्याची केली पाहिजे आणि तोडणी त्याची केली पाहिजे. आज जास्त 10 पोत्याचं गिरायक आले म्हणून 10च्या ऐवजी 15 पोती काढून उपयोगच नाही. तर 10 पोत्याचं गिरायक आलं असलं तरी 7 पोतीच काय करायची, काढायची, की जेणेकरून पुढच्या वेळेला चांगल्या यील्डचे, चांगली फ्लावर्स आणि जादा टनेज वजनाचे सापडतात. हे महत्त्वाचं इथं आहे. व्हॉट इज द यील्ड? द यील्ड of the fresh flower about 200-225 quintal per hectare during rainy season, about 175 quintal per hectare in winter, while lowest one is 100 quintal per hectare in summer varieties can be obtained. Packing for the local market, marigold flowers can taken into gunny bags, whereas the distance of the marketing, another packaging is a bamboo basket, or even also plastic baskets are used. Transportation, gunny bags or bamboo basket or plastic baskets are trays used for the loading on the transport vehicles like rickshaw, buses, trains, whatever have to be available at that time, and immediately has to be transported to the market. What are the diseases? Another most important point, and insect pest. Dumping of disease is most important here. That is, the brown narcotic spots are developed and cause pre-emergence mortally. Post-emergence symptoms appears water-soaked brown narcotic rings, leading to collapse of the seedlings. And it has been well controlled by proper drainage supply to the plots, soil drenching with the barsicol chemical at 0.3% should be sprayed. Second disease आहे leaf spot and blight spot by Alternaria, Sarcospora and Septoria. ह्याच्यात काय सिम्पटम दिसतात? Brown circular spots on lower leaves enlarges at the stage of the infection of the seedlings, and premature defoliation has been started. Automatically date of the plant. कसं कंट्रोल करायचं? It has been controlled diethane M45. Use fungicides 0.2% at fortnight intervals starting from the first appearance of this disease. Another one is powdery mildews affected by oidium and loyalula. These disease develop whitish tiny superficial spots on the leaves, and it has been controlled by spraying Carthen 40 EC 0.5% or dusting the sulfur powder at the intervals. Pest कोणते आहे? There are 2 pests are most important. That is the red spider mite. This might appear on the plants near flowering, giving dusty appearance, so market value has to be downed. Spraying Metastastos, Noacron. These sprays are most important to control this red spider mite. Another one is hairy caterpillar. This hairy caterpillar insects eats the foliage, so it is very dangerous. So it has been controlled by saying Neon 50 AC or Thiode and 35 EC at the rate 1 ml per liter of the water. So this is about the cultivation of the marigold plant in India, with detailed their structures, detailed all these things with different diseases, different pests, their controlling methods, then cultivation processes, and the introductory part. So thank you.